Welcome back, everybody, to Whatever Wednesday, the show I do midweek each week where I talk about whatever, as well as throw you some music recommendations to help get you over the second half of the hump. If that sounds cool to you, subscribe. If not, keep moving on. We got stuff to do here. Before anything else, what are we going to watch that first half of the week down with? This week we got Hotness Haze by Kataba. The same one used to be called Hotness Monster. You could even see it's got the monster still in the branding. So I'm not sure why they changed it, but that's what they did. Now, as always, you better just be having one of these because it's a school night. Drink responsibly, everybody. All right, first up in housekeeping, I actually wasn't going to talk about this, but I literally just got the email right now while I was filming. Confirmation from Sweetwater, my amp is on the way. If you haven't been here for this saga, I've been waiting for this dang thing to ship. I've been nervously checking my bank account to make sure that there's still money in there. There wasn't really, but oh well, it's coming. Second, and initially the only thing I was going to talk about before I got that email, you may have noticed on Friday something popped up on my channel, a short video called Insta Noodles. What the heck is that? Allow me to explain. So YouTube is pushing this thing that it calls YouTube Shorts, assumedly because it realized that it was getting its ass handed to it by TikTok, and I guess the appeal of TikTok is that you're just scrolling endlessly through short videos up to 60 seconds long. YouTube wants a piece of that action, so they're trying to encourage creators to put out 60 seconds or less of content, and you label it as a YouTube short, and that's what it's trying to. I have no idea what the plan is, because they're two different platforms. I don't know what YouTube is up to. There's a few rules with YouTube Shorts. One, it has to be filmed vertically, which is the worst way to have anything on YouTube, because unless you're using your phone, that's going to look terrible. Also, even if you're using your phone to view YouTube, you're probably not holding it vertically. You probably have it in landscape mode, because that's how the majority of videos are presented on the site. So already off to a bad start. So you have to film them vertically, first off. Then you have to put hashtag shorts somewhere in the title or the description, and it cannot be any longer than 60 seconds. But it doesn't give you any real guidance on that. You know, like if you're on Instagram or if you're on TikTok and your video goes over the allotted amount of time, you can trim it. It tells you like, hey, this is too long. Do you want to trim this down? YouTube doesn't do that because you can upload a video of any length to the site. So it doesn't really help you to make sure you're in that time limit. So that's up to you. If you're at 60 seconds, you better not be a couple microseconds over or else you don't qualify. Also, you can't monetize the shorts, which I'm not eligible for monetization anyway. But in order to become eligible for monetization, you need a certain amount of viewing hours associated with your channel as well as subscribers. And none of the viewing hours you obtain from your shorts count towards your monetization goal. But any subscribers you get do. So I guess that's helpful. The reason I decided to go for it, despite thinking it's kind of it's just one of these tone-deaf things that YouTube is doing, is because I'm kind of already doing it on the other platforms, and I just kind of hate spreading things out across platforms in a different way. So the reason it's called Insta Noodles is because, one, for those of you who are unaware, the act of noodling on a guitar is when you're just kind of improvising, you're playing guitar with no real rhyme or reason to what you're doing. You're just kind of messing around on the instrument with no real goal, and you're just kind of having fun. That's called noodling. Not to be confused with the sport where you catch catfish with your bare hands. That's a different thing altogether. And Insta for Instagram. So this is typically, the one that was posted is something that I would typically only post on Instagram and TikTok because of the shorter video limitations, but now I could just post it on YouTube as well, claim it as a short. And YouTube is apparently promoting these things, despite the fact that I've done no advertising. I only really advertise the short tunes that I do. I don't really advertise these videos, the Wednesday ones. I just kind of put them up and whatever happens, happens. And because of that, these videos usually get around 5 to 10 views, not very many. Any other ones, like the short tunes or any kind of proper videos, like the changing the pickups one that I'll try and put out there, I'll post it in subreddits or on Facebook groups or something to try and get some attention. Those will get a little more. And previously, my most viewed video was my first one at 388 views as of right now. The short that I posted, Insta Noodles #1, is currently at 432 views. So it is my most viewed thing I've ever posted, and I have advertised it none at all. I haven't done any bit of promotion for that thing. That's just all YouTube pushing it out. So apparently that's what they want. I'll play along. It's stuff I'm making anyway. And it's, again, a little easier to make because my style of guitar playing has always been a bit messier. I like improvisation a lot more than sort of the planned songwriting. So I get to just kind of play for maybe like 20 minutes and then see if I could snip out a couple minute clips out of that to post. And you can get more of a taste for how I like to play sort of naturally versus the short tunes are mostly very planned and intentional, and it's a song that I wrote out versus a song that I'm just kind of making up as I go. So I'm going to try and have one of those each Friday. If you don't care to view them here on YouTube, check them out on Instagram or TikTok. The links are in the description. So yeah, as of now, that really is the only kind of new thing that I'm trying out. I have started a little bit of songwriting, but I don't want to start making promises. I'm like, ooh, a song's coming, because, we'll see that when we see that. All right, that out of the way, we're going to get right into the music recommendations. We got a nice, chill week this week. Last week was pretty hard rocking. Lots of distorted guitars. This week, total 180. Total 180. I didn't do that on purpose where I had like 1 week very high energy and the next week very low energy. That's just kind of how it ended up. But I do like that nice contrast. So we're going to wind it down. Whatever your energy level is, if you're up here, I'm going to need you to like lower your shoulders, relax your jaw, lean back in your chair. Let's just chill. Nice and easy. First up, a song called Ocean by She Keeps Bees. Last week we had a band called Me Like Bees. This week we have She Keeps Bees. Lots of bee energy going on. So what I like about this song is it's quiet, but it's still intense. It's methodical, but robust. Atmospheric, but still pretty grounded. It sounds less like you're listening to a traditional song and more like you're listening to a soundscape that just happens to have lyrics in it. It's real good stuff. Second up, a song called Boys Will Be Bugs by Cavetown. This is probably the quirkiest song I've ever recommended. First time I heard it, I wasn't really sure I liked it because it was kind of silly and it was a little too poppy for my taste, typically. But honestly, like, I couldn't let it go after I first heard it. It was just stuck in my head. It's catchy and it's kind of adorable. The lyrics following the plight of a young lad as he battles with the awkwardness of pubescence. And all over, it's just feels good to listen to. It's fun. Give it a shot. I don't know if this one will be for everybody, but it ended up being for me. It's a catchy tune. I like to listen to it. Number 3, we have a song called Trouble by the Accidentals. This is a little more contemporary, singer-songwriter, acoustic folk. It's got some nice underlying string accompaniment. Just kind of, drones in the background and gives a nice fullness to everything. Fast tempo, but still pretty easy and comfortable listening due to it being one acoustic, as I said, and to the vocals being very, very soft and very palatable. There's not a lot of abrasion here. It just feels pretty nice to listen to. And of course, catchy and emotional. It's good. Speeding on through here. Number 4, a song called Wheel Well by Bad Books. Bad Books, it's a team-up of Manchester Orchestra and Kevin Devine. You know I love Manchester Orchestra. I won't shut up about them. This particular song, though, it's Kevin Devine that takes the lead. It's a wonderful acoustic tone. It also fits into, I think, this alt Americana genre. First time I heard it, it gave me sort of like Tom Petty vibes for some reason. If you've heard like some of the slower Tom Petty songs, like, let me see if I could find a good example here. Something Good Coming. Listen to the song Something Good Coming by Tom Petty. It reminds me of something like that, when he does like one of his kind of slower paced, softer tunes. Obviously, big fan of Kevin Devine, big fan of Manchester Orchestra, so Bad Books has been one of my favorites for a long time. This song's off their 3rd album, so they've got 2 others. I would definitely recommend checking out some of their other music, especially if you like this. I just think it's a beautiful song, sweet, if not a little dour, but definitely enjoyable. Last up on my list here, number 5. Song called Hummingbird by Angela James. I actually don't have much to say about this one because it's an instrumental. As you saw on the album cover, it's from the album Collection of Lullabies, and this song is absolutely sounds like a lullaby. It plays and listens like a lullaby. Throw this on when you're ready to sleep, when you're trying to meditate, when you're ready to wind down. It's good relaxation music. Usually I wouldn't include stuff like this because I feel like a lot of the sort of relaxation music and stuff like that is kind of all the same. There's something about this track, though, that's just kind of singularly hypnotizing and a little haunting. I think you'll get what I mean when you listen to it. But again, as with the other songs, this is definitely an easy listening type of song. This isn't meant to pump you up. This isn't going to get you out of bed, get you fired up. This is when you're winding down. And yeah, that's it. We went through those 5 pretty quick. If you liked any of the songs that I recommended, go ahead and leave a like on the video. It helps things out. If you like getting music recommendations, go ahead and subscribe because we're going to be doing this every week, like I said. As always, don't bother sharing this video. If you liked any of the music I threw at you, share that music. Share the artist. Support them. They're the ones doing the work. I'm just here talking about it. But if you do want to support me, I have links down below for Patreon, social medias you could follow me on, other ways you could help support. Everything and anything is always appreciated, even if you're just here watching. If you made it this far, thank you. You're appreciated. Hopefully that amp gets here soon. We can start playing around with that. Expect another Instant Noodle this Friday. I think I should be good to get them out each Friday. I think I could do that. It doesn't really matter towards my schedule, but it's always good to try and stick to a schedule if you can. It kind of motivates you to get things done. But no matter what happens, no matter what you do, either way, I'll see y'all next week. Cheers, y'all.